How you doing, sir?
I'm fine. Has Mr. Strickland has he spoken to his attorney yet?
No, he hasn't.
Okay. She's in a breakout room with another person, and as soon as she's done with that person, I'll put you in the breakout room with Mr. Strickland. So it'll be a few minutes, okay?
Okay, sir. I just want to let you know he's not consenting to do a video arraignment.
So what is he consenting to do?
I'm getting him his paper. Is there any paper clips or anything?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the court, sir.
I don't consent to the thing. I'm asking why they can't bring me court.
Okay, hold on. Does he want to speak to an attorney first?
Yeah, well, let's have him speak to an attorney first. You have to get to speak to an attorney. You have to.
Hold on. Mr. Strickland? Mr. Strickland, can you hear me?
I don't need an attorney.
This is the judge.
Okay, Mr. Strickland,
Open the door.
can you hear me?
Can you hear
Oh,
him?
you don't want to hear me.
Sir, can you hear him?
What?
Mr. Strickland, this is Magistrate William Burden. Good morning. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Do you want to speak with an attorney?
Who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man with a name? Because that's what I'm trying to find out right now, Judge. Who are you speaking with? The name entity or the flesh and blood?
I'm speaking to the person that's talking to me right now.
I am executive of the name entity. That's who you're talking to right now. Do you understand? I am the executor of the name entity. I demand to be released on my own recognizance. I have right here, Judge. You see this, Judge? And then I also have a UCC1 in the name entity. So y'all trying to run a lien on the name, that's illegal. Who are you trying to conversate with? The name entity or the flesh and blood man?
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today's video is a wild ride through not one, not two, but three sovereign citizen encounters inside Michigan courtrooms. And trust me, each one manages to outdo the last in pure delusion. Our first contender, Mr. Strickland, walks into his arraignment convinced he's not a man, but an asterisk executive of the name entity. Asterisk, yes, you heard that right. Forget the accused, he's apparently the CEO of his own legal fiction. From bizarre UCC filings to refusing to recognize the judge, it's a masterclass in how to turn a simple hearing into a legal circus. But here's the kicker. Every time one of these self-proclaimed sovereigns insists they don't consent, they're really just consenting to jail time. And if you think this one's bad, wait until you meet Shannon Phillips in her battle against reality later in the video. Buckle up. This is one
government. Here it is right here, the Secretary of State, Jocelyn.
Okay. Sir?
It's right here, Lincoln. To the flesh and blood or the name entity. I'm trying to ask.
Sir, whether I'm talking to the flesh and blood or name entity, I'm talking to both of y'all at the same time. Do either of you want to speak to an attorney?
No, sir.
Okay.
And I don't consent to an attorney. I don't consent to be in no hearing.
Sir, I just asked you one question. I just need one answer.
And I don't consent.
Okay, I know that.
So who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man or the name entity? I'm speaking to both of y'all. I'm speaking to both of y'all at the same time. How about that? You can't.
Now, sir, I know you want me to release you.
Here it is.
Are you gonna let me talk?
Here.
Are you gonna let me talk? Sir?
Sir?
Are you gonna let me talk? I got some questions for you.
I'm here without consent.
Put the paperwork down, sir. Don't consent to this. I know you don't consent to this. You want the court to release you, is that correct?
Yeah.
Want to release you, the entity, or the person in the flesh? Which one?
Flesh and blood man. I own the entity, so it's going to be released anyway.
All right, now.
For UCC one, everything.
If you don't, when I talk, you listen. If you don't want to talk to an attorney and you don't want to be arraigned today, we're going to put you over to tomorrow. You understand that?
So we already been through this. I am the executive of the account.
Okay.
Here we go, the classic sovereign citizen script in full swing. The flesh and blood argument is one of their greatest hits. The idea is that there are two versions of every person, the real human being and the legal strawman that exists only on paper. These folks believe if they can just declare themselves as the flesh and blood, instead of the name entity, they're suddenly immune from the law. Unfortunately, that's not how any of this works. The judge's face says it all. She's seen this movie before, and spoiler alert, it never ends well for the main character.
For the record, please.
Shannon Phillips.
Okay, thank you very much. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I have here is a citation from May 27th of 2024 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on E-Course Road at or near Harris Road with improper plates. It says that the plate did not come back to the vehicle that it was on. That is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 90 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both. Do you understand all that?
No, I do not understand.
Okay. So let me clarify. When I ask if you understand, what I want to know is, do you know now what you are being charged with, whether or not you agree with it?
No, I do not agree with it. And I filed paperwork to the court
Yes.
expressing that.
Okay, and I'm cutting you off for a second because I'm not asking if you agree with it. I'm just asking. I have explained that you're being charged with having improper plates. Do you understand that that is what you are being charged with? Again, I'm not asking if you agree with it. I just want to make sure, because the purpose of this hearing is to determine whether or not you are competent to stand trial. That's part of it, at least. Do you know what you are being charged with now?
At this point, Mr. Strickland is waving around his so-called UCC filings like a golden ticket. For anyone wondering, the UCC, or Uniform Commercial Code, governs commercial transactions, not criminal charges. You can't file a lien against your own name and suddenly become untouchable in court. Judges have seen this move so many times it's practically a meme. What makes this even more ironic is that Strickland keeps demanding his own recognizance release. But you can't ask the system for freedom while also claiming the system doesn't exist. Pick a lane, my guy.
Assumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a trial by judge or by jury. You have the right to be represented by an attorney during all stages of these court proceedings. You do not have to disclose citizenship status to the court, but you do have the right to consult with an attorney to see if these proceedings would have any effect on your citizenship status. If that does not apply to you, then do not worry about it. So, do you wish to have the public defender speak on your behalf?
No.
Okay. In regards to the misdemeanor charge against you, how are you pleading at this time? Or are you standing mute?
Standing mute.
Okay. I am going to set this for a...
Ma'am.
Yes.
This has been long and drawn out since, May. I don't even have that vehicle anymore. Unfortunately, I've had to buy 2 vehicles since that vehicle. Not to mention how aggressive and threatening your officers was When
The judge cuts him off, professional, patient, but absolutely done. She tells him point blank, demanding release doesn't make it happen. You can't UCC your way out of custody. Now, as we move into the next case, say hello to Shannon Phillips, another Michigan sovereign who believes filing paperwork makes her above the law. This time she's facing a simple charge for improper plates. But instead of clearing things up, she dives straight into the deep end of pseudo-legal nonsense. Let's see how this one plays out.
Okay. Before you continue, couple of things. One, I will note that the officers are not court employees, so they are not the court's officers. What I am going to do, because it is the next step in this process, is set you for a pretrial. Okay, the purpose of the hearing today is to make sure that you know what you're being charged with and what the potential penalties are. The next step is a pretrial, which is where you will get to discuss with the judge more of what happened that day, and if you have evidence, then you can bring it up then. Your pretrial is being scheduled for November 27th.
just a waste of time. 11/27.
Correct. This year, so that's 11/27,
Mhm.
2024. That will be at 9 in the morning over Zoom before Judge Washington. Because of your appearance here today, I am recalling the bench warrant that issued for your arrest on October 9th. That bench warrant had issued because of failure to appear for a number of arraignment dates that were set.
But
So-
I was there and I have proof of that as well. I was on the hearing. It did the same thing it was doing now, saying that the host was there and would let me in. But I sat there for over like 2 hours on the 9th and the 10th and wasn't let inside the Zoom.
You can almost feel the judge's patience wearing thin here. This part is crucial. The arraignment isn't about guilt or innocence. It's simply making sure the defendant understands the charge. But sovereign citizens twist this question into a trap. When she says, "I don't understand," she's not confused, it's intentional. They believe that saying, "I understand," creates a binding contract with the court. So they dodge it like their freedom depends on it. The irony? It kind of does, because the judge can't move forward until she acknowledges what's.
To be clear, the bench warrant is being recalled, so that is going away.
Thank you.
The court is setting a personal recognizance bond, so basically you're promising to appear for the next court date. Again, that's November 27th. I will note that sometimes, depending on the size of the docket, it can take a long time. And I think what was my arraignment docket last Wednesday took 3.5 hours. So it can take a long time. So long as you're seeing the message that the Zoom is still going on and that the host knows you're there and can let you in, then as much as it is not a whole lot of fun, you should wait.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you have any questions right now?
Not at the moment. I don't believe so, no.
Okay, thank you. So, your next court date again, November 27th, 2024, 9 in the morning over Zoom.
Phillips, 24W001656.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Lieb on behalf of Ms. Phillips. Your Honor, when I did speak to Ms. Phillips yesterday, she advised me that she did not want to be represented by the Public Defender's Office. Ms. Phillips, could you say your name, ma'am?
Ms. Phillips, please state your name.
Yes. Shannon Phillips, the natural woman. On the
Okay,
record and for the record, and let the record reflect. Can you guys hear me?
Very
It's saying I
loudly.
have an unstable connection. Okay. Just making sure.
So on October 9th, defendant was found in contempt of court. So that still stands, ma'am. You can choose not to have counsel if you want, but you need to understand that you can get up to 90 days on the contempt of court matter. Do you understand that?
I do not understand any charges. I only understand universal law and the right to live in peace and to live as I intend to.
But given that she doesn't understand,
Was never let in, just like now. But I obviously, I guess it took a minute. You administering the trust without consent?
I'm not going to be.
I'm having a bad connection. It's going in and out. I'm not hearing nothing you
the
all are
public
saying.
defender's office from this case because I don't think she fully understands the consequences of her actions, and so she will continue to have the public defender.
The sovereign victim narrative, a fan favorite. Notice how every bad encounter becomes the system's fault. The police were aggressive, the judge wouldn't listen, the Zoom link wouldn't let her in. Sovereign citizens thrive on the idea that they're being persecuted for knowing their rights, when in reality, they're just refusing to follow basic procedures. What's fascinating here is that the judge remains calm, respectful, and even recalls the bench warrant once the defendant finally participates. It's a textbook example of how patience and professionalism can outlast chaos.
Okay. I don't understand the charges.
Which is why you will not.
And I do not need counsel. I don't need representation.
Your request is denied, ma'am. You will have representation. All right. Mr. Lebo, do you know what your client wants to do?
Oh my goodness. This is
the charges.
You cannot make me have an attorney.
Well, actually I can, ma'am.
Like, this is insane.
Well, I don't think it's me that's being insane.
I can handle my own affairs. I don't need your public defender. All I'm trying to do is get the case settled. That's all. This has been going on for so long. A waste of time and money, honestly.
Mr. Barnett, is there an offer?
There is an offer for the civil infraction and expired plate.
Your Honor, I'd be happy to go into a break-in with Ms. Phillips and explain that to her.
Right. I will let you do that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You have to unmute, ma'am.
Shannon Phillips, the natural woman.
Lebo, where are we with this, please?
Your Honor, I did have a discussion with Ms. Phillips. I did attempt to explain the importance of representation, why the court has asked that she have an attorney in this matter, as well as conveyed Mr. Barnett's offer. Ms. Phillips indicated to me that she still opposes having an attorney, additionally indicated to me that she is not, at this time, wanting to accept the offer of an expired plate.
Well, I think the offer was for a civil infraction of something different.
I believe was the civil plate infraction.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
It's improper plate.
What was the offer again, Mr. Barnett?
It was the civil infraction of having an expired plate.
All right, thank you. And not the criminal, not
Correct.
the criminal infraction. Okay. So, Ms. Phillips, that's correct. You're rejecting that offer.
Is what separates the court from the chaos: logic, patience, and structure. Despite all the sovereign confusion, the judge actually does her job by recalling the warrant and setting a new court date. That's the beauty of due process. Even if you waste the court's time, the system still gives you another chance. But here's a little twist. The judge's reminder about waiting in the Zoom room is a subtle jab at people like Shannon who constantly claim, they wouldn't let me in. Translation? Show up, wait your turn, and stop blaming Wi-Fi for your